Hey everyone, Tyson the Subaru Specialist here. This is our 2020 Subaru Outback Touring in the Crystal White Pearl. So the redesigned Outback for 2020. Put it side by side with the 19. Still looks like an Outback, but it is a little different for sure. The styling, a little bit taller in the back here. So with the Touring, you do get the backup sensors in the rear bumper. And that's part of the EyeSight package. So that includes your rear assist braking. So it will actually apply the brakes if it thinks you're gonna hit something in reverse. Backing out of a parking stall, truck backs, drives behind you. Very, very handy. I've tried it a couple times, works really well. It's scary how well it works. My favorite feature is the proximity tailgate. Oh. So you just have to have the key in your pocket and block the logo. So if your hands are full, you can still do that. So in the back here, Touring comes with the cargo tray. Got grocery bag hooks in here. They fold down. Nice privacy cover. Hides everything from the top of the seats down. Now this is one of my other favorite features with the Outback is that's not a lot of entry-level room. So if you've got a box, you're carrying a case of wine, something like that. Normally you'd have to put it down on the edge of the bumper or something and then retract this. But what they've done with the 2020 is they've made it so that it actually slides up if you push down on it. So all you have to do with your elbow, push down, and you've got higher entrance point. So you can put boxes or something in there much more easily. Very, very handy. And then it's simply down, back to normal, hiding everything per usual. Got the roof racks with the built-in crossbars, and for 2020, tie-down points, front and rear. These are really easy to use. You flip up and flip it across, and it locks in the post where the other one is right now. And the other one comes across and locks in on this side where this would lock. In the second row, plenty of room to fit 3 people comfortably across. Even taller people fit in the back. 2 USB ports to keep everyone connected, charged on those longer trips. Now, with the proximity key, which I'm going to pull out and show you because it is in my pocket at the moment. You can see those lines right there. That's how you lock it, so long as the key's within about 3.5, 4 feet. So that never needs to come out of your pocket, your purse, your bag, and it's in my pocket right now. So if I walk up, put my hand in the handle, it's going to unlock. So from factory, it only unlocks the driver door. You can make it so it unlocks all of the doors. Very easy to do just through the settings. On the inside, power windows, locks, mirrors, as you would expect. We have a power driver seat, including lumbar support. Now, these seats did get an upgrade from the previous generation. Not that the other ones were uncomfortable by any means. These are just so much more supportive. They're awesome. I find it very, very comfortable. It's push button start with the proximity key. Foot's on the brake. Hit the start button. Everything comes to life. You can see the orange light. And there's a little screen right there that also had the orange light. That's your blind spot detection. So whenever someone's in your blind spot on the corresponding side, it illuminates orange on that side. Left-hand side of our steering wheel has our Bluetooth and audio controls. You can make and take calls, control the volume of the calls and the music. Right-hand side has our adaptive cruise or intelligent cruise, depending how you like to call it, and our lane centering assist. So when you turn on the adaptive, you get an image of the Outback with 4 bars ahead of it. So each bar denotes a distance behind the vehicle ahead of you that you will follow if you catch up, and you can adjust that. In the north here, I recommend 4 bars. At 100 kilometers an hour, you're approximately 150 to 180 feet behind the vehicle ahead of you if you catch up. And then I just turned on lane centering. So when it can see the lines on the road, so 4 or 5 months of the year up here in Prince George, it'll actually give you gentle steering input to keep you in the middle of the lane. Awesome on longer trips. At the end of a long day, you're fatigued. It's good for that. We can also switch this little information screen around. It gives you a bunch of different choices. Thermometer, what you're listening to. This one tracks how long it stopped at an intersection, how much fuel you're saving when it shuts off. Pretty cool statistic. You can track that. Now, this is one of the biggest changes to the Outback, is the 11.6-inch touchscreen. So lots of people aren't a huge fan of touchscreens. It's really easy to use, but we also have tactile buttons for your temperature for both the driver and the passenger, because it is dual zone, as well as your audio, your volume, and your tune, in addition to the controls you have on your steering wheel. So you don't have to use the touchscreen a whole bunch if you don't want to, but it is really user-friendly. You got a little screen up top here, water temp, oil temp, weather. This is where you turn on X mode, which is kind of like Subaru's equivalent to 4x4 low in a pickup. That's the one I always like to have. I like to keep an eye on that. New for 2020, the My Subaru app that gives you connected services. So you can remote start, lock, unlock your car, find it with a GPS locator. You can immobilize it if someone steals it after they stop. They can't start it. It's great. You get a 3-year trial to that. Along with that, you get the SOS button and the concierge service button, which is the blue one on the right. So tons of connected services. Is great to have. This giant screen is easy to use. It's also a backup camera, the top half. Put it in reverse, shows you the top of your bumper. You have something to relate to. RAB, that's the rear assist braking, and the parking sensors are active. So if I were to accelerate hard right now, if it thinks I'm gonna hit the Crosstrek behind me, it would apply the brakes, and it applies them so hard it feels like you've hit something. It's terrifying, but it works really, really well. Electronic park brake, really easy to use. We have phone storage, which works really well if you don't have an obnoxiously large case like mine. We also have 2 USB ports for Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, listening to music, charging your phone, and an auxiliary. You can actually get a wireless phone charger accessory to go in here. I haven't seen one, but I imagine it's fairly low profile. With the automatic transmission, we do have a manual mode, and that's where you use your paddles. Left is downshift with the negative sign, right is upshift with the positive sign. Touring is the first trim level with a tilt and sled sunroof. And then my favorite feature in any vehicle ever, I know I said that the power tailgate, the proximity gate was the favorite, but this is my favorite feature overall in any vehicle. Auto dimming mirror. Your side mirrors are also auto dimming. There's no switch to flick. Someone has their high beams on, automatically dims. It's great. And we have 3 buttons here. That's your HomeLink system. You could hook it up to 3 different garage doors, so you don't need to carry one of those openers on your sun visor. So that's a brief video overview of the 2020 Subaru Outback Touring. I'm Tyson, the Subaru Specialist. Talk to you guys soon.